It's 5:30. We're going to go live, so we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Could you please stand? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome State Representative Dave Martin, and you'll have a chance during public comment if you'd like to say a couple words. Dennis, can we have a roll call, please?
Yep. Joe?
Here.
Cindy?
Here.
Pam?
Here.
Cheryl?
Here.
Jeff? Here. Laura?
Here.
And Nancy?
Here.
All present.
Previous minutes.
I move we accept the previous minutes from the meeting last month.
Support.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Bills, item 4.
In your packet, you have the bills that we would like to get paid for a total of $11,484.99. So you've got the total, and then there's copies of the bills if you want to look at them, and I move we pay the bills.
Support.
We have a motion to support on the bills. Any discussion? You've had a copy in your packet?
I do have a question.
Yes.
For the trailer repair, that's not that new trailer we just bought, is it?
No, the trailer repair is on the grass cutting trailer. The
Okay.
well broke again.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, need a roll call, please.
Joe?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Pam?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
All in favor?
Okay, treasurer's report. You're up again, Pam.
Okay, in your packet is the treasurer's report for the ending March 31st. And we have a balance of $8,090,687.84 among all the different funds and account types. I do want to take just a minute and let you know that we are in the process, because we have new employees and coming and going, of changing signatories and different things at different banks. And we are also looking at what we have, closing some, transferring some, and moving things around. So you'll have a better idea next month of where we have moved some of the funds, where we've closed some of the funds. So you now have that part of it. And then next is a revenue and expenditure report, which is included in your packet. If you've got questions, I'm happy to answer them for those.
Okay, next on the agenda under the treasurer's report is the audit.
I'm sorry, the audit, yes. Joe, would you do the audit, please? I apologize.
Each of you received a copy of the audit and the cover letter for the audit. The things we pay strict attention to are that we got a clean opinion on the financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2020. That's the highest level of assurance that they can provide, which means that our audit came through fine. The audit always includes our business development authority, which is a separate audit, but included within our audit. It said the general fund balance was $2,576,158, of which $2,435,14 was unassigned, which means it was clear to use. The benefit of that, obviously, is that we could operate 10 months if we received no revenue whatsoever. In normal business situations, 5 months is the working norm, and so we've had a great run for 2020, even though we had COVID. Well, some of us had COVID. Any questions on the audit right now? If not, we're going to go to the building report. Under the building report, you're going to notice that things, as soon as the comes back up, there we go. Things are picking up, as I said. We've got quite a bit of things going on: digital signs, pavilions, deck around the pools, new builds, pole barns. But pay close attention to the new builds going up, especially with the disconcerting news that we continue to get about rising lumber prices. You know, the cost of the lumber itself has gone up so high that builders feel that they can't sell new build, but yet we've got 4 new builds going on right now. It's probably not the same as they have in Northville, but we're in Vienna Township, and these new builds are something that we didn't have in 2020. So people are getting out and spending a little bit of money. Any questions on the building report? Hearing none, we're going to go to Pam Ferris with the library report.
At our March meeting of the library group, we went over a grant that we want to apply for, and it would be about $5,000 grant that would have to be matching money for capital improvements, and they're looking to still continue finishing the podcast and video room at the library. So Amy is looking into that, and it will have to go through the municipality to apply. I have not yet received anything from Amy about that and which municipality she wants to do it through. So hopefully I will have more on that when we meet this week. The Friends group is trying to set up a book sale cart so that that happens. The digital numbers are up substantially. So a lot of books are being downloaded digitally, which is part of your library availability. And it's more than in person, and they have some pretty quiet times, like from 5 to 8 and 4 to 6 can be pretty quiet at the library. So they've been doing a lot of inventory. We will meet again this week, and I'll have an update for you next month.
Any questions for Pam? Okay, if not, we're going to go to Laura Patterson for the Senior Center report. Laura?
The Senior Center continues to offer programs with limited participation. However, as participation continues to grow, some of the programs have only had 1 participant, and unfortunately, a couple of them, no one has come. So those do not count as far as the community or county is concerned. So what we need help with is spreading the news and awareness of all the wonderful programs available to our seniors and community at the Senior Center. It's really, really a great program. A lot of great programs up there. People can find out the information on Facebook. They list all of their events. mycommunityonline.com. When you go there, you search Clio Senior Center. There you can find all of the newsletters, and also you can sign up for the newsletters to come to your home, and that's only $7 a year. So if you can spread the news to get people involved with that. They have great exercise classes, dancing. Starting tomorrow, one of the classes that could use some more enrollments, a matter of balance. A lot of seniors need help with learning to balance and stuff, and that starts tomorrow, runs for 7 weeks, and it's only $10 for people to get involved with that. And then on the COVID vaccine, they're no longer accepting registrations for that, but they are referring people to the local pharmacies where people can get the vaccines.
Thank you. Any questions for Laura? Okay, next we get the Fire Authority report with Cynthia Bryan.
So last month, we had our election of officers. Besides the typical chairperson, treasurer, we elected Jim Bronson as the chief, and we also elected Kirk Todd as the assistant chief. We were also known that there were 4 new firefighters that have gone through their training, and hopefully they will pass their written test and their agility test on the first time. It's my understanding they have 3 opportunities to do that, but we should have 4 new firefighters to go between the 2 fire stations, which is great. And that's it.
Any questions for Cindy? Okay, we got the VDA report. Excuse me. One of the things that are important with our BDA right now is we're in a transition period as far as new construction and new companies coming into town, but also we're spending a little money. And some of the money is being spent on lighting at Jennings Road. We're going to be approving that contract probably Wednesday evening. Paving an additional part of Bridge Park. Bridge Park happens to get an enormous amount of traffic. And by lighting, did I say lighting on Jennings Road or paving? Did I? Okay. Because we're going to increase the lighting at Bridge Park and increase the parking lot to double. We want to accommodate as many people as we can. If you go by any spring day, you're going to see every picnic table and every walking path used in that park. Let's see. Besides that, we have a cleanup day, which is tomorrow at Bridge Park. If you're interested, it's from 10 to 1, and they can use your help. We get Michigan State Cooperative Extension Group and the Master Gardeners come in, and they coordinate all the efforts. So that's happening tomorrow. Any questions on that? Because if not, we're going to go to Sherilyn Russo for the Parks and Recreation report.
Well, we have not met since our last board meeting, so I have nothing to report at this time.
Okay, that was a quick report. Any questions then for Sherilyn? None. Okay, sports complex report. Jeff Thomas, what interesting things you got?
Well, sports complex, some good news. They have a record number of enrollment as far as for the kids in baseball, soccer, football. So in the last 3 years, this has been the highest in enrollment. They have started building the concession stand. The poles, roof, shingles are up. They stopped the project. As of right now, the contractor's backed up, not able to work on it. So that's kind of a problem right now. He said he's going to get back on it soon. The biggest concern right now with the concession stand is we're not able to have a beverage license till June 7th. So we can't sell beverages, food, or anything. So now we're using subcontractors to have concession there, and they're giving part of the proceeds from of their profits back to the complex. So that's where we're at right now. Due to the COVID, a lot of this is caused by the COVID. And the builder, sounds like he's lacking help and other concerns that he didn't bring up, but that was his biggest one. That's all I have to add for it right now. Any questions or?
I can add one thing, Jeff.
Yes.
This is the first time in the 6 years I've been here that we've actually got a financial report from the sports complex, which is excellent. Jeff Corcoran has sent that to me, and I passed it on to our accountant because it is necessary. And that's great news. So thanks for the hard work on the sports complex. Okay, the supervisor is going to be a little long-winded today, but we've got a lot of things to cover. Number one, welcome to Dennis McDonough. He's our new recording secretary. Go easy on him. Tough job. Somebody's got to do it. Outside, you notice that we have a recycle area. With the COVID problems that we have, Mterra has dropped off, and they'll be picking up and dropping off another 2 or 20-yard recycle bin. They're going to be doing that every day this week.
Dumpster. It's a dumpster.
Okay, a recycle bin dumpster.
Dumpster.
The reason that Pam brought that up is because when we posted it, people thought that we were giving away recycle bins. And we don't have any because they're all gone. So the recycled dumpster will be emptied. Hopefully they put a cover on it when they take off, because if not, it's going to be in the back of your pickup truck, because they park right by it. But it brought up an interesting thing. Notification of our constituents, our 13,400 constituents. We received 450 phone calls last week. Mterra received approximately that many about recycling. We found out about it a week ago Friday before the Monday recycle time, which had been the 3rd. We immediately put it on Facebook. We put it on our webpage. We put it on Channel 12. We tried to contact as many people as we could. The problem with that is weekend people sometimes don't look at their emails, websites, TV, whatever. So consequently, there were a lot of green lights, we'll call them, sitting out in front of everybody's house. So that's why we've got our dumpster out there now. Right now, I can't tell you that the 17th will resume the normal schedule. I've asked the general manager to get with me, but we're looking for a better way to contact constituents. Bridget, which is one of our new employees, has gotten a hold of the school because the school has an excellent system on texting. And we checked another that's called Text My Government. So we've got a couple quotes here, and we'll probably be bringing them back to the board once we examine them a little more. The cost of about $6,000 a year to do this. Now, I said it's easy to say that it's only 50 cents a constituent. And the text messages are at least 13,000. That's how many they send out when we ask them to. So it is something that we're working on. I want to make you aware of it. And it's something that we'll be bringing to the board hopefully in the June meeting. Our 3 new employees are doing fine. We've got, when I say 3 new employees, we have 2 and a transfer. And also, one of the other projects that we have that we'll be looking at and bringing to the board after we find out a little more information on the $1.3 million that we're going to be getting from COVID. What do they call that?
American Rescue Plan
Thank you.
funds.
That's the clerk. She knows all those answers. And we have a project, it's called Parker Drain. And for those, I think Nancy's been here one of the longest on this board. Whitegate Farms, which is South Clio Heights technically, is on the south side of Wilson Road. They have had an issue with water drainage for 60 years. We discovered why. We had the Drain Commissioner do a survey. The engineering companies came out and found how to fix it. The fix itself is about $1 million. And right now, before we bring it to you, we want to make sure that not only our proportionate share is covered, but that the county covers their part and the assessments that may go out to the individuals. Right now, in heavy rain, Renee, Atterbury, and Granada flood. They flood because there's no place for the water to go. And it was a subdivision error back in the early 60s. We're here to remedy it finally and let the people that live in that area have the same good progress with water drainage that we have. But it affects approximately 2 miles of property. It starts at Clio Road. It goes down to the rest area on the northbound I-75, so it covers Wilson Road. It goes to Dodge and Jennings. I mean, so it takes up more property than you'll imagine, and the 3 of us so far are still a little bit anxious on what we find out before we present it to you, but it is a project that we need to look at because it's been ignored a long time. Maybe not ignored, maybe ignored is a bad word or a poor word, but it's something that hasn't been done. So we're looking at texting, we're looking at Parker Drain. Gosh, I finally think that I can rest. And on the 27th is Sherry Palmer's last day, who is our current accountant. We'll have more news on that, on what could possibly happen as far as the lunch. So, any questions for the supervisor? Good. That means I said everything right. Dennis, is there any additions or changes to the agenda?
No, sir.
Correspondence, Dennis.
In your packet, there was a letter from Comcast and a letter from the Michigan Public Service Commission.
Okay. We now reserve this time for public comment. Public comment is just what we call public comment. It's not to be responded to, so if anybody has public comment, give your name, address, what you have to say.
Ron Belil, 11149 Webster Road. I just had a comment on our election last Tuesday. I was in there about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was kind of disappointed because there weren't any signs out at the road. Normally there's signs that say, vote here, vote today. You know, and I wasn't sure, were we voting there or do we have to go to the fire station? And when we pulled in the parking lot, turns out we weren't the only people who were confused. There were other people in the parking lot going, is this where we're supposed to vote today? So I just would like to ask if we could maybe stick out a garage sale sign that says, vote here, vote today. So, you know, as people go by, they go, oh, I have to vote today.
Okay, thanks, Ron.
Thank you.
You have anything? David?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Like you said, I'm David Martin, the 48th House District Representative, formerly held by the Honorable Pam Ferris. So all my contact information should be well known, and it's on the information package I gave you. And it is a nice view from that office. It's a super deal to be there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get here because of COVID and so forth earlier. Now I'm glad to be here in person meetings, readily available. I do have office hours for any questions this coming Monday at the Clio Big Boy. So at 10 o'clock, if anybody has questions, you can send them my way. Working on a lot of things, elections ethics, budget's going through right now for trying to get the schools funded for summer school. A lot of big issues, trying to spend an awful lot of money, the federal dollars that has come through, and spend it in a way that everybody can agree on, which is not going to be the easiest thing to do, but it's moving. And if you have any questions, please call my office. And if you didn't know, I was the 9th District County Commissioner, so didn't quite get over here. I was on the east side of the county, so still well aware of what's going on in the entire Genesee County area.
Thank you, and thanks for being responsive to our questions when we called you. Okay, that's it for new comments, no public comment. We're in the new business, and we're into item 17, Genesee County Drain Commission Sanitary Sewer Report and Repairs. So, we have three things. This is the number one that we're starting with.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposed Genesee County Drain Commission sanitary sewer maintenance and repairs in the amount of $125,760.08, utilizing either the American Rescue Plan funds or our sewer fund, township sewer fund.
Support.
We have a motion and support. We're in discussion. You got in your packet a copy of that. Just to make everybody aware, the three of us met with the Drain Commission. These are required repairs. We had asked before for an idea as we continue to go through our aging system, the areas that needed to be fixed as quickly as possible. They also gave us a common denominator as far as the importance of that fixture. And what you have in front of you are the most important ones to fix in this particular phase. A lot of them happen to be manhole covers that are either broken, the ground is cracked around them, which means that they're infiltrating the sewer system, which causes big problems for us. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Dennis, I need a roll call, please.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
and Joe.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're used to that. Okay, 17. Genesee County Drain Commissioner tree clearing quote, Wilson east of I-75.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposed Genesee County Drain Commission tree clearing quote in the amount of $2,680, utilizing funds, again, either from the American Rescue Plan funds or the sewer funds.
Support.
Motion and support. Any questions on that one? Any discussion? To give you an idea, that's a drain that had not been cleared for 16 years. And it was just discovered, and it runs off of Peterson Drive, and it's in dire need of being cleaned out. Hearing nothing else, Dennis, roll call, please.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
all are in favor?
Item 3, or 17, Genesee County Drain Commission repair quote at 11451 North Linden Road.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposed Genesee County Drain Commission's quote to perform the repair at 11451 North Linden Road in the amount of $1,332.35, utilizing the American Rescue Plan funds or the Township Sewer Fund.
Support.
We have a motion of support. Any discussion?
Excuse me.
Hearing none, I need a roll call, please.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
all in favor?
Item 17.4, proposed household waste collection ordinance, first reading.
I'd like to make a motion to suspend from the first reading of the proposed household waste collection ordinance.
Support.
The motion, support. Any discussion?
Yes.
Just for clarification, you've got definitions and schedule, and you address yard waste, but there's nothing about recycle.
Recycle is covered under, what line was that? You have it pulled up on yours, Dennis?
Pull it up right now, real quick.
I don't care. I printed it out.
You have it orange?
I have it,
printed it
I
out.
don't see it here.
You have it right here. Give it to Cindy, will you please? You can read it. You're younger than I am. Recycle area. It covers,
It's under household waste.
Yep. Household waste means waste generated by township residents, including garbage, metal containers, glass, paper, cardboard, including any such items which are recyclable. It's under 2.04 on the front page, under the definitions.
Okay, and then when would collection be?
collection is set up by contract. That's what it calls for the collection as per contract. It does not, and your ordinance would not put the day that would be collected. That's a contract issue.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
Yes. I just have just a few quick questions. On 3.02, on the containers, it's saying that you have to place your residential refuse in the equipped tight fitting covers or plastic bags. I don't know if is this saying that you have to have the lid on it tight? Because a lot of times people have brooms and stuff that stick out.
A lot of times they have that there, that's water accumulates during rain. They don't pick up the extra weight when they try and do it. We haven't had anybody refused for that, but that's the rule that they have in their contract, that it be covered.
So what do those people do then? Because this finds a lot. So if somebody doesn't have, I mean, I try to be, if it's gonna rain, I always try to make sure, because I know it does get heavy with rain in there. Are they gonna get a $150 fine if it rains and they have?
I can't answer that till we pass it.
Okay.
I just, if
Yeah.
I can, if you look at the second part, the older household waste contract that we had, it was a $500 fine. We're going down in, it was the page that was after this contract page, okay? It goes down. We brought the amount down in this proposal. And, I mean, if you know of anybody who has been fined
I don't.
for doing anything under the old one or would be fined under this, what it is an encouragement really to get people to do it correctly.
Okay.
And if we send a bunch of garbage out to the road that's not contained, that's not in garbage bags, then you've got the cats in it, you got the dogs in it, you got the raccoons in it, and everything else. So we encourage you to have an airtight container to put your stuff in. Now, preferably not something that's gonna hold a lot of water.
Right.
So, I mean, it's an encouragement. I don't know of anybody that's ever been fined,
Okay.
but it is an encouragement.
Okay. So, and I'm not sure this kind of all leads together, because like at my household, sometimes I have, if we do a lot of extra cleaning, I have extra stuff, so I put it in a cardboard box, because to me, in my eyes, a cardboard box is biodegradable. Plastic bags aren't. And I always am courteous, I don't put it out there when it's gonna rain, but is this saying that you can't do that?
Are you recycling in a cardboard box?
I do my recycling also in a cardboard box sometimes, but I'm talking about regular garbage. Is that saying that that's?
Have they ever not picked it up?
Nope. Okay, all right, I just don't want to get a fine, because he does try to pass my house, and that's why I'm here. Because of a different ordinance.
We right now are in a recycle hell
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'll talk what they'll pick up and not pick up, you know, till the cows come home right now, because we're
Right.
just in recycle hell.
okay. And then one of the things that said that you have to put your garbage out, can't be out prior to 24 hours. I know there's a lot of people that, and like our family, the same thing. My daughter got a brand new couch, so we put her old couch out there. It was during the middle of the week. Somebody picked it up within 1 hour, but had the garbage inspector drove past her house.
She would be
She
cited.
potentially,
She would be cited. If she
So
put
she
it
would
out
get
there on
$150?
Wednesday, darn right she would be.
Mhm.
People in the neighborhood don't appreciate seeing
So
a
I
couch
kind of
out.
have a problem with that, I
Okay.
guess. And, let's see. I guess the other question was, I know that said like bulk items are generally, like it said, furniture, when it listed that they're larger items. So if it doesn't, if it's not a large item like a bike or a couch or something that two people can pick up, it has to go in a container, is what they're saying.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I kind of don't like that either. And then, I think for the first offense, I think that it should be, they should be, give a warning the first time, because I know myself, and that's what drew me to come up here to the board, and I come up to the meetings for 2 whole years before I actually ran to be on the board. I myself, and I don't think most people, if you poll them in the community, have read every single ordinance on the website. And I think that these, first offense, $150, second offense, $250, well, obviously you'll know the rule by then, but I think that that first offense needs to be changed.
Thank
I'm
you.
opposed to that.
Okay. Appreciate that. Anybody else have anything? Okay. Because we're suspending the first reading, I can go all in favor, or do I have to get a roll call? Need a roll call, please.
Jeff,
Yes.
Laura,
No.
Nancy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Pam,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
1 no.
Okay, so the first reading has been approved as suspended. Thank you. Item 17.5, change of polling location for the August 3rd, 2021 primary election.
I'd like to make a motion to approve changing the polling location for the August 3rd, 2021 primary election from the Clio Area Senior Center to the Vienna Township Hall, contingent on Election Commission approval.
Support.
We have a motion and support. We're in discussion. Cindy?
Hey, just a little, I was just notified on Friday. I had an inkling this was going to happen, but Friday I was officially notified that Bertrand Schools is again putting their school operating millage back on the ballot for August. If that is the only item that we have for our voters, our residents to vote on, we're looking at 102, 105 residents for that particular vote. So for that small of number of voters, we would move it here instead of taking up the senior center. We would just have one tabulator, and we'll process the AB ballots here also. I say contingent on the Election Commission approval because there is a possibility, I mean, I never know, I'm always amazed sometimes, that there could be other items that come on the ballot. I already know of a couple other schools that are putting millages on. I believe the city of Clio has half of their commission up for election. So there could be. So until then, if it stays Bertrand, we will hold the election here if the Election Commission approves it. If there's something county-wide or township-wide, then we will continue to have it at the senior center. And we had to approve this today because we have to approve a polling location change 60 days before the election, which would have made it June 4th was the deadline. and that's before our next June meeting, so.
It was all bang, bang.
Yep.
Got done with one election. Any other discussion on the polling place? Hearing none, I need a roll call, please.
Laura?
Yes?
Nancy?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Pam?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
All in favor?
Okay, we reserve this time for public comment. Anybody like to make public comment at this time? Okay, now we're going to go to board comment. Nancy, anything?
I'm good.
Pam?
I just want to remind everybody that, while recycling is tough right now with what we have, this has been a one-time deal. It's COVID related, and you're still having your garbage picked up. You're still having your clippings that are in brown paper bags and deteriorate very quickly picked up. And I would just ask that we have a little bit of patience with the recycling right now, and that maybe we wish the folks that are at Mterra that are homesick, that they get well soon, as opposed to just everybody losing their mind because their recycling didn't get picked up for a week. So that's my comment, Joe.
Thank you. Cheryl?
None, thank you.
Jeffrey?
No.
Laura?
I would like to take this time for people that are listening from home and for you folks that are here too, spread the news, get the community involved. This is where our government starts. This is where our laws start. This is where the things that affect you in your life in our community starts here. So we need more involvement. I'd like to see this room be full, maybe in a couple months if we can spread the news.
Thank you. Cindy?
Nothing.
And I'm all set. Thank you all for being here today. God bless. Keep
Move we
America
adjourn.
clean.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Good.
I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.